Hello, and welcome back to 4-Player LAN Party, Patrick's round of rants. I don't know what we're going to call this segment, but it's really just going to be me going off on something that really irked me and ticked me off today. And by today, I mean every day of the week, so there's going to be more of these coming. It's no surprise that Battlefield 2042 is making the rounds where every single day, it's just another headline of... with that West-ass P-word. It's no surprise that this game just continues every single day to find new lows to figure out how it can piss off its fan base and customers and investors and pretty much anyone ever involved in this. Shout out to all the developers still trying to rapidly get to Season 1 almost a year after the game's launch, because I know lighting director or lighting worker or computer programmer number 5, 6, 7, 8 in a cubicle in the corner of a dusty old rotted out studio has no problem taking this brunt and is not responsible for this. But I am sick and tired of EA's bullshit, and I think they finally messed up. I think it finally is starting to bite them in the ass. It is no surprise that EA has a long and storied history of releasing half-finished or just flat-out broken and not even actual products and paying full premium price for them. Battlefield 2042 is not the newest one, it's just the latest one. It started not with Mass Effect Andromeda, but it was the spark that has now created this. It was happening before, but Andromeda was the first time we had a AAA game really fall flat on its face. My face is tired. Who remembers that bullshit?
Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything.
I do, because the memes live on forever, and I think that's the thing that has now started. And meme culture is now documenting why all of this is now becoming an unsustainable problem. So it started with Mass Effect Andromeda. Then we got Anthem, a completely brand new IP from BioWare, the people that made the good Mass Effect, and that fell flat on its face. So now, BioWare's 0 for 2. They're about to be up on the chopping block. Everything EA's put out has just been a shit show. FIFA got busted for being the same game copy and pasted because they literally couldn't be bothered to change the background FIFA numbers to the correct year, and they charged full price for it. They got busted for that and nothing happened. All right, so this has been happening, and now Battlefield 2042 is the latest in it, and I think it's finally broken the straws. It's finally the straw that's broken the camel's back, and here's why I think it. Obviously, nothing is probably going to change, but what if? Come on with me to this journey. Let's play the what if game, because now we have a franchise, a storied, historied franchise, bigger than Mass Effect and has been around even longer than Mass Effect. And so because of that, the fact that it fell flat on its face, it's got one thing that all the other games that didn't have, and that's optics. Everyone is watching. Everyone is watching Battlefield 2042 circle the drain here. We are now we are 6 months into this thing's release period, and there is still no scoreboard. There is still no voice chat, and Season 1 of their live service touted game is now being pushed back in their latest statement till summer. To summer. People paid $100 for a season pass that is 6 months late at this point. The player population is plummeting to the point where older Battlefield games, Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 5, and even Battlefield 1 have higher concurrent player counts. The cheating software developers that make cheats and hacks for the games have stopped support for 2042 because there's A, too much of a buggy mess with the game's code that they can't even get their cheats to work, but also B, they have no customers. Nobody wants to buy cheats because nobody's playing the game. They just had a sponsored stream where they paid and flew out a bunch of different streamers to go play their game, and it's going to be those little things where they sign the NDAs and you have to hype up the game because they're trying to drum up support for their $100 live service game that doesn't have any players on it, so it's not exactly live, is it? It's a dead service game, and the best part about it is they don't have a scoreboard, so they had to hire a separate entity to keep track of everyone's kills to see who was doing what and who was winning and who was losing. And keep in mind, this is 64 player teams here. All right, there was no voice chat, so they had to use a third-party voice chat. And then on top of all that, the piece de resistance, the cherry on top of the covered sandwich, is that at the end of it, the game glitched and half the players couldn't even play anymore. And it's amazing because you can hear in the streamers' voices, they're just begging me like, oh man, I wonder if we're gonna get out of this cyclone, while they're stuck underneath the map and they can't move or kill themselves, so they're just stuck there and the stream cuts out. and all optics are on this. It's like everything they do for 2042 just keeps coming further and further down that hole. Every time you think they've hit rock bottom, they're just shoveling. Every single day we get news articles and new YouTubers putting out new news episodes just talking about how bad this game is doing. And unlike Anthem, which got the axe, it was a new IP. They had the excuse of saying, well, we tried something new and it didn't work, even though it's a lie, all right? Even though Madden and FIFA come out every year, so they always have the excuse, oh, we'll just do it again next year. We'll get it right next time. This time, there is no next time. Battlefield 2042 was supposed to be the premier Battlefield experience. It was supposed to be the be-all, end-all of Battlefield. By the time this Battlefield, if it even recovers, gets back on its feet, there's gonna either be a new Battlefield down the road, or there's just not gonna be a new Battlefield. I have never seen a game fail in this capacity that has been this hyped up for a AAA studio, and unlike Anthem and Mass Effect Andromeda, for a game that everyone expects to be good. Battlefield 5 launched in a horrible state, but it got good. And that's been the sentiment with EA for years. Release a half-baked game, release a broken game, fix it down the line. People will still pay. And that's why I hope that Battlefield 2042 is gonna be the final link in the cycle of bullshit. Because now, what are we seeing? We're seeing every single person saying, oh, I can't believe Battlefield did this to me. I'm never pre-ordering a game again. We've been saying to stop pre-ordering games since the dawn of pre-ordering games.
Cyberpunk.
Did we learn nothing from Cyberpunk? Did we learn nothing from every Call of Duty, every Madden? Cyberpunk was the biggest one. That game was in development for 7 fucking years. Even the most staunchest of 2042 players have stopped supporting this game now because there's nothing to do in it. It's broken. Every mode they put out, they took out Rush. They took out Rush in a Battlefield game. Why? They stopped XP farming. They took a zombie mode that they put in, gone in the same day because it was an XP farm exploit. The game is fundamentally broken from the ground up. You can't. You either start over or you just get rid of the game. And unlike Anthem, if Battlefield 2042 announces that they are stopping support on it, that is going to make a lot more waves in the gaming industry than a new IP that they stop support for. I'm done. Thanks for coming to Pat's Rant this week. We'll see you next week for the next round of bullshit.